Everyone, how's it going? This is the Bald Metal Nerd coming at you with a really quick late night review of the new Iron Maiden album, Senjutsu. I just listened to it for the first time today, and long story short, if you are a diehard Maiden fan, I would say this album is definitely a must-have. If you're a more casual fan, or you're just getting started with the band, I'd start somewhere else. But that's the executive level view. Let's go ahead and dive in a bit and talk about the songs, kind of what I thought of them, etc. And I'll try to give this thing a rating as best I can. The first song, Senjutsu, is obviously the title track, and I would say it's a really good mid-paced opener. And it sounds like it's a bit in the vein of Blood Brothers, which is definitely not a bad thing. It's not obviously, it doesn't sound like it, just it's kind of in, that style. So, second song, Stratego. It was the second single released, and as soon as I heard it, and I didn't initially do a video just on that song, but I really enjoyed it. And I think overall it is a very good, straight up Iron Maiden rocker type of tune. Very good. Track 3, The Writing on the Wall. That was the first single released. And I did a video on this song specifically. And truthfully, I found it a bit boring and plotting of a song. And truthfully, I still do. And thankfully, spoiler alert, it's the only what I would consider lesser song on the album. The rest of them are all really good. So track 4, we're getting Lost in a Lost World. It starts off as an introspective ballad, and then it goes into a driving progressive Maiden number, which, again, quite enjoyable. Track 5, Days of Future Past. It's a rather epic sounding song with a variety of styles and tempos, and it's very good. Track 6, The Time Machine. I would say it's an eerie sounding, but rather multifaceted mid-paced song. Quite good. Number 7, Darkest Hour. I found it a rather plaintive sounding, slow burner, but a really, really good listen. I really like that one. Number 8, Death of the Celts. It's a 10-minute fist-pumping anthem, and only Maiden can pull off a song that's that long and keeps you going like this the whole time. It's really an incredibly great song. Track 9, The Parchment. It's an epic, progressive, 12.5-minute song, which is the longest one on this album, with very long instrumental interludes, but it is really quite enjoyable. Really, really good. And the final track, 10, Hell on Earth. It's a multifaceted, epic album closer. So kind of what you would expect, out of Maiden. So really, if I have to give this thing a rating, I don't know. I've only listened to it once, and I think this album might be a grower on me. The more I listen to it, probably the more I'll like it, so I might revisit this later. But just after my kind of initial listening, I'm going to have to give it, probably about an 83 out of 100. So it's quite good. Not perfect, but it's really good. And it's, like I said, it's a no-brainer if you are a big Maiden fan. Now, if you only like Maiden's earlier albums, this may not be for you. But if you're on board with their, how can I say, their longer compositions and you've enjoyed those, especially their last several albums that have been more on the progressive side, longer songs, you're gonna like this, straight out. So it really depends on the type of Maiden fan that you are. Personally, I like all of their stuff pretty well, except for The Final Frontier. I could not get into that album whatsoever. But, yeah, it definitely gets a thumbs up for me, recommendation. So, look around on the internet. You're going to be able to find and hear this. I know the official release date for this thing is real soon. And I know this is not the first album review of this up on YouTube, but it's an early one, and Maiden is absolutely one of my favorite bands, so I wanted to throw this up here. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you thought of this album, if you've heard it or not, etc., etc. That's it. As always, live long and prosper. Keep on rocking. I'll see you guys in the next one.